This is a big boy. That is impressive. You got the transmission system on the bottom, LiDAR on top. I could hold this all day, for sure. We're here at NAB at the DJI booth, checking out all their latest innovative Pro products. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the DJI Ronin 4D, and I want to see what accessories and drone cage things we can check out. So let's go. Something that people may not know about me is I'm obsessed with car cinematography, and I haven't quite gotten to this level yet, but check out this entire setup that DJI has, showcasing all of their different car rigs with DJI products. Like right over here, we of course have the beloved DJI Ronin 4D mounted onto a tilt-a arm and, you know, suction cups to the cars. Of course, you can wirelessly monitor through the DJI monitor. We have the transmission system built in. It's actually a really compact system that you don't need a ton of stuff. But if you actually take a look inside of the car, you'll see the Pro Master Wheel set, which is used to control everything from the camera gimbal. You have focus control in the front seat. All right, so on top of the car, we have the Hydra Arm Mini, which at the very tip is extended to the RS4, which of course is one of DJI's new gimbals. We're gonna take a look at it over on the table in just a minute. And it's pretty amazing how it can still sustain the G-forces and everything that a gimbal would go through while doing high-speed cinematography on a car. So another key accessory that came out last year that was crucial to the Ronin 4D was the whole flex system. And here they're showing it off on the inside of the windshield here. One of the hardest things with car cinematography is actually shooting inside of a car and having stable, smooth, but still versatile shots where you can change your angles after the fact. And having the just gimbal head and sensor of the 4D to be able to detach from the main body and put on this suction cup mount right here that connects down into the body, which is just kind of chilling in the front seat there. Of course, you could hide that in a backpack. This allows you to get nice wide angle views of inside the car. The flex system is truly incredible. So here we have the new Focus Pro system, which obviously my main video for this has either already come out or is coming out very soon, depending on when this goes live. But one thing I don't have at home is the attachment to get the wireless monitor. I'm obsessed with this new handheld system for Focus Pro. If you're not doing solo operation, which is where the side handle is great, having this, I just recently went to a rental house and compared it to the Airy Hi5, which costs $12,000 or so, and this has pretty much all the same features, at least in terms of ergonomics and being able to control zoom, iris, focus, and everything from whatever camera you want to use. I want to hopefully pick this up so I can control my 4D all with the same focus system without a bunch of extra cables and extra hardware that other transmission systems would need. Taking a look at the RS4 and the 4 Pro behind us here, we have some nice updates to the gimbal line. Now, one of the big new features is the quick ability to change from vertical to horizontal and back and forth. On the Pro, you have the ability to now, this was probably the most requested feature that I got in all my comments, was to have both the LiDAR and image transmission at the same time. Last year on the RS3 Pro, you could only be doing LiDAR autofocus, or you could only have the image transition and not both at the same time. And so for me, that's probably the best improvement. I do believe there's also about a 20% or so increase in the motor strength. So we have around 10 pounds of payload support on the Pro and around 6.5 or so on the RS4. Basically, if you just want to connect all the crazy accessories, all the new Focus Pro system stuff, go for the RS4 Pro. And if you just need a decent payload, you want an awesome gimbal that has all the great DJI features, check out the RS4. All right, so here we apparently have a NAB sneak peek. So this apparently has already launched in China and is coming soon, I think within a couple days or a week. But DJI has made their own power bank. It's a lot larger than a power bank. Power system, the Power 1000, and one of the standout features is the fact that you have quick access to quick charge your DJI drones, and so that is definitely unique compared to a lot of the other power systems that we've seen. Obviously, I've covered a bunch on this channel, and yeah, pretty cool to see them get into the larger battery bank. So if you're on the go with all your DJI equipment, you can now charge up all of your stuff. So that's coming soon. So another cool thing that DJI is celebrating this year is 10 years of Ronin. And of course, this year we got the Ronin RS4 and RS4 Pro. But if we walk all the way Down here we can see the Ronin 4D, the Ronin 2, which is a monster. I've used that a number of times. And then we come back to my origin story of gimbals, and this was actually my first ever gimbal, the Ronin M, and this thing was awesome. Absolutely changed the game for so many people because it brought full 3-axis stabilization to the consumer market. And at the time I was shooting a lot of weddings, and this thing could carry a pretty decently heavy payload. Yeah, it was inverted, so you had to like put it on the stands, and anyone who had the Ronin M definitely understands what I'm talking about. But pretty cool to see the progression of Ronin throughout the past 10 years, and I can't wait to see where it goes in the next 10 years. So happy 10-year anniversary, DJI. Also, a video I've done before is on the DJI Mic 2. And one of the unique features of this is the receiver actually has a quick access to plug into an iPhone port. So my Rode setup that I'm using right now, Michelle's holding this awkward cable and she has to clip it to herself or whatever, whereas this, you can just plug into the bottom of the phone. There's no ugly cables, there's nothing to mess with, and so it's really convenient to have. And it has connections for both Type-C and Lightning as well. Of course, you get 2 mics. They can record internally to the mics themselves, and of course record to the receiver. This is definitely a step up from the previous generation, and if you want to learn or see more demos about how this actually sounds, you can check out my Mic 2 video. All right, so now we're taking a look at the Inspire 3. This is something that obviously Josh from Make Art now has. We've seen him make all his cool videos crashing them, and I've helped him make some of those as well. But seeing it more up close here at NAB, we can see the multiple remotes, and this is the first time that I've really seen a great demo of being able to control the drone itself, but then you can also have a second operator control the gimbal and the camera. And this is so crucial when you're trying to get really, you know, just creative shots, because one person needs to make sure that you're not crashing into something while the other person can make sure you're getting the shot you actually need. So we've got a full frame 8K sensor, can do some pretty crazy frame rates, I think like 75 FPS or something. And what we were talking about with one of the DJI reps is just how a sensor this size is going to give you so much better quality and more variety of shooting scenarios. And of course it integrates great into all the other wireless DJI transmissions. You can do the repeatability, which is just nuts, and there's some accessories with antennas that will make it precision for those VFX artists out there trying to get the same exact paths over and over again. So certainly if you have the budget and you compare it to like having like crane shots and stuff, this is actually a pretty cost-effective option. So while maybe out of my price range, it's cool to see that DJI's full line of drone is really topped out within a beast of a drone itself. Besides all of the cool pro equipment, there was also the brand new DJI Avata 2. Now, while I didn't get a chance to try it out firsthand, it was awesome to see how DJI actually created this safe drone cage within their booth so that people could line up, learn how to operate it, and actually go through this little course and figure out how to fly an FPV drone for the first time. In terms of entertaining attractions, I don't think there was anything else like this at all of NAB. It never ceases to amaze me that you can now have an autofocused ARRI just chilling here. Also, the way they have the camera balancing on the book stacks, nice.